So it's not enough just to have good intentions. It's not enough just to meditate. Then it's important after that to take action, because the universe will send you the opportunities. It will send you the people, whether it could come in so many different ways, but the energy will find a way to support what you're putting out and bring you things, opportunities, ideas, inspirations, meetings, and then it's your choice. What are you going to do with that energy? Are you going to step into it and follow that lead, answer that phone call, respond to that email, whatever it is? Or are you going to ignore it and sit and meditate and wait and say, well, universe, send me my gold? It doesn't work like that. You have to take action on what you put out. If you don't act, you don't receive. That's the embodiment. The physicality of being in this density. We have to take the action that goes along with our intentions in order to have the manifestation. So, the Great Reset. I believe that it's always now. If you've been following me for a while, the Ascension is always now. And there is no out there, but we perceive, I believe all time is now. It's all happening, past, present, and future, in this moment, in this now. That's why we can go into meditation and heal something from our childhood or from a past life or from a future life, or integrate a part of ourselves from far off, what we would perceive as the far off future, or a galactic part of ourselves, because it's all now. We just have this experience of time so that we can learn and be present in this density and have these experiences of being embodied. And so the embodiment is always about working with the energies that are present, or working with what's showing up for you. And I believe that collectively, as a whole, there are enough of us now that want a reset. We desire a change. We see the way that the outside world is, and we have envisioned something greater, something better, something more supportive, something less chaotic, something more in alignment with our higher selves and our truth and our spirituality and our divinity. We want to see people thriving and loving each other instead of warring and hating each other. And that all starts at home. That all starts from the minute you wake up in the morning. What's the first thought that you have? Are you taking that time to get your mind right, to set your energy for the day, to envision the life that you're creating for yourself? And if you are, you're going to have a very different experience than if you are just allowing yourself to be at effect of whatever's happening around you. You get to be the person that wakes up and creates this reset together as a family of light. We are all creating this, and we are tuning into the higher frequencies. That is the ascension that's possible now. That is the energy that we are entering into now. And it's not that it works any differently now than it ever did. It's just that there is more energy coming now. There's more energy coming onto the planet. The Andromedan galaxy is getting closer every day. It's going to be a while before they actually merge, but that light is intensifying, that energy that it brings to us. And as we tune into that and align ourselves and align our hearts and our energy systems to that higher level of light, we receive more, and we open up more, and we ascend our frequency more, and we have an opportunity to embody our divinity more and project that out more and enroll more people in their own alignment. And so that, to me, is the Great Reset. Just like the Ascension process, it's an inside job. It starts within you, within your heart, within your embodiment, within the projection that you're giving off with every breath of every day and every moment, every thought that you think. How much more in alignment and in balance can you be in any given moment? Because that is what causes the Great Reset. That is what causes the Ascension. And the way that this reality is constructed, there could be, okay, for as many people are on the planet, however many billion we've got now. That's how many experiences of ascension there are. That's how many experiences of the Great Reset there are, because everybody is an individualized being, an individualized aspect of the whole. And we've come here to have our experience of it. So I could tell you from my point of being, this is how it's going to be. This is when it's going to happen. This is what it's going to look like. This is how it's going to feel. This is what you're going to see around you. And that would be true for me. That would be my reality. But that might not be your reality. It might not happen at the same time. It might not happen at the same day. You might not have the same visions. And it's true in every moment. It's true right now. I can walk out my front door and my neighbor can walk out her front door, and we can look up at the sky and see very different things. And I've had that happen many times. We can look around us at the same environment and feel differently and see differently and smell different things and hear different things. Did you hear that? Hear what? Have you ever said that to someone? You're having your own experience. So the reset is happening from within you, and you get to choose what it is for you in every moment. And it's not a finite thing. The heart opening, the ascension, the embodiment, the reset, all of this is not a one-time deal. It's an everlasting, ongoing, infinite process. The infinite layers of the onion, the infinite opening of the heart portal, the infinite embodiment of the divine, and the infinite expression of the divine light. It's never ending. It's layer after layer after layer. And every time you ascend your frequency and embody that higher level of light, that higher frequency within you, guess what happens? The whole thing starts over again, and your blocks to being there resurface. You're like, I'm going through the dark side again. And you probably heard me say this before. You can think of it like a spiral staircase, and you're always going up. You're always going up, but you can come around the dark side, and you confront the demons that live on the dark side in order to keep going up and get into the light side again. And then you come back around, and you might have to confront some demons again, or some dark side, some shadow work, because we're always releasing another layer of that intensity, the density, the shadow stuff. And it's natural, because we've been here, we've been being for all of time. We started out as unity. We separated from that. And then we each went on our way and had our experiences. So we've had many, 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 many opportunities to put on layers of density, to hold traumas, to experience life and hold on to negative thoughts or whatever that is. I was told the other day, I was listening to someone speak, a woman that talks about parenting. And she said, for every negative comment your child, she's talking to parents, for every negative comment you say to your child, you have to say 10 positive things for them to be able to neutralize that one negative thing. So if you think about every negative thing you as a being have ever experienced in your beingness from the beginning of time, from the beginning of separation from source, have you had 10 times more opportunity to bring in positive? Chances are probably not. And so we are clearing those layers, and we are clearing those layers, and we are clearing those layers. And there is nothing wrong with being on the dark side of the staircase. You're still going up. You're still ascending, but you're confronting a new layer. And this time, this intensity is going to bring up those layers faster. It's going to bring up the opportunity to expand your energy, to emulate more divine light, to become more balanced and aligned. But it's also going to bring up your demons and the shadow stuff that you've stored in your bones, in your cells, in your DNA. Our DNA is a warehouse for every experience we've ever had. We hold the Akashic records and beyond in our DNA. We are multidimensional. And so every time we move up in dimensional reality, there's a new layer to clear, and it's okay. And you must give yourself grace. You get to give yourself grace in this process because it can be a shitstorm. It can be hard, and I know that. And it can be, you might get to the point where the thing that you've been avoiding for all of eternity is up for you. And it's the big, big thing that you get to clear this time. And are you willing to be courageous enough to look at it and say, okay, I know you're there. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. And that's giving yourself grace. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. But just know that the opportunity is there. And when those things come up, it's not because something's bad or wrong. We're, as a collective, we are doing this work. The earth is doing this work. The universe is doing this work. So the entire matrix is doing it. So that's why COVID, that's why war, that's why racism, that's why sex trafficking, that's why fill in the blank, because we're all facing those demons. And as a collective, as a race of humanity, we are facing the dark side and the demons of everything we've created here in this reality. And as a whole, we are clearing it. So when you see somebody that is maybe stuck in the muck of, politics or, whatever negativity they're immersed in, and they can't quite get out of it, they're on some level, they're stuck in their shadow, they're stuck in their demons. Have compassion for their process. I see so many people, even spiritual, and the light workers, even the people I've been talking to over the last month, say, I just can't stand, the whatever, fill in the blank, the people, the politicians, the people that support this side, the people that support that side, the people that created the quarantine. There's so many things to get upset about, but can you have compassion and grace? And can you be a stand for that light to reach them? Because it has to. That's where we're at. Everyone will be touched by it. The more of us that hold the energy of transformation, that hold a greater expression of light and being during this time, we are the ones that get to pave the pathways for everybody else who is stuck in the shadow. This is part of our service. This is why you're here and not at, a rally right now or something. You're working on yourself. You're doing your internal work. You want this transformation for yourself and the world. And this is the time that we get to have it. This is the great reset time. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the December 12th or 21st and that portal that's coming. And yes, I believe that I think this whole time from now into 2021 and beyond is that time. I'm not going to say it's going to happen on a certain day because I think it's happening right now and in every moment. And to step into every moment and breathe and know that it's sacred, that we get to be here now. We get to step through this. And the more work we do right now, if there is a day where everybody else is going through it, maybe you've done enough of your personal work where you can be a stronghold for someone else who's really facing their demons that day.